5 seasons playing in Carson, the Chargers have a new home, and it's the beautiful new SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for goal. This one brought in by Jefferson. They're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 27.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Ronald
For a
Jones.
second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. It's a spot right in midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 50, it's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Davis with a pick. Take this out. Past the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception. I didn't say less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. He'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Late on the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Pass here caught by Edelman, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so
line.
effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Penny, the first down carry. Get only a couple down to the 44.
Penny, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ron Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The 19-yard line.
And taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Chargers nothing. Harrison.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Tyron Jones on the return. They're going to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it up. Back to about the 11-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11. He gets into
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's him, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Mahomes pass.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run forward with Penny, and he takes it into the end zone for the Panthers touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
It's still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
And that's caught inside the 30. For a Charger touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 76 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get into the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 out the gate early.
What? 88 out the gate?
I see my old man talking about it. Usually, man, that thing's done.
Well, that'll take out the touchdown. It's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Arizona here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
For a Carolina
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Down is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Stopped by Marcus Davenport.
That's a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Gone. Now get this to his tight end, it's Johnny Smith. Get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's another.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. When the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Jones. He's in for a Charger touchdown. Jones, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as a fair catch. A signal for and take it.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
fired an absolute bullet. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Mahomes.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Darby.
Deep got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second and goal. Ball complete. Jefferson the target.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
It's third down and goal to go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Now gone. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Tucker's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position with 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Chargers take over.
He hasn't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuck the run.
On second down, it's Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Jeff.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is intercepted, but they'll say airbag. It's very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Sets up
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The second-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down.
Loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And the fair catch signal for and taken successfully. Out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Mahomes. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Jakeem Grant.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The decision to take and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Do go for it. It's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jack Risky time. This is going to be a Charger touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back. It lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point. His guys are taking 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for Allen, he hits him. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader. A guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the end of...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Now here's Mahomes. That's caught by Howard. And they'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
After the penalty, it's Penny. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
At the 22-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Justice Hill. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you got time on your hands.
The defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Goff now looking to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. There and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the 4th-round pick from Maryland, Anthony McFarland. He is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We
saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for goal. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
They'll run it for about 5, up close to the 40.
Penny, the ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 39, Mahomes gets this one to him. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun again. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe Miller room with the tackle.
No gain.
Well done from the safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
Chargers able to get the pressure and wait it in. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They're gonna look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, another interception. They're picked off here at the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
The Charger drive about to get going. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Space to maneuver at the 40. All the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play. They didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No uptick tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Brings up second.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's gone. Steps away to his left. It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have a 1st down about the 21-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Chargers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. So for our